Hello, a warm welcome to you back to my channel, Dr.Sirisha's Management Lectures. In this video, we will try to see the 6 different signs that show that you may be rejection sensitive. In the previous video, I have tried to explain the concept of rejection sensitivity. Basically, we do not appreciate being rejected. We all have that fear of being rejected, and we try to overcome it. Okay, but some people, they definitely cannot take that rejection. They take it too personally, and they cannot overcome from that negative feelings that rejection from others will leave on them. Okay, and these are the different signs or the different common reactions that prove that you may be rejection sensitive. Okay, let us see what they are. The first one is overreacting to things, overreacting to any small or the slightest sign of rejection. Okay, say for example, if your boss calls you, or if your boss wants to see you, talk to you, immediately you jump to a conclusion that he is going to say something negative to you. He is going to reject you. He is going to reprimand you. And you start feeling all the negativity. You start overreacting to that small call from your boss that he wants to see you. But actually the fact may be totally different. Actually he may be there calling you or wanting to see you to appreciate you or give you a positive feedback. But unnecessarily you are overreacting. When you are overreacting to every small situation, then that is a sign that you are rejection sensitive, right? Being unable to move forward, that is the very common sign of rejection sensitive people. They cannot just let go. They cannot leave the negative comments or the negative feedback from their people, and they cannot just move forward. They keep thinking, and they just are stuck there. They are stuck in that downward spiral. They just cannot let things go. Okay, so that is another prominent sign that one may be rejection sensitive, not being able to move forward. Okay, responding with intense anger, that is another very prominent sign of rejection sensitive people. When someone says something against you or passes a negative comment or do not appreciate your work, okay, immediately when you are reacting with so much anger, then you are trying to hide your fear. Okay, you are trying to hide your rejection sensitivity behind this anger. What you are doing when you are reacting with intense anger, you come up with all negative comments against that person. But actually what people are trying to do here when they are reacting with intense anger to a negative statement or negative comment is they are trying to suppress their fear in the form of being angry. And they are trying to shift the focus to the other person, to the one who passed that negative comment, from themselves. Okay, so that is another typical sign of rejection sensitive people. Okay, next, guarding against judgment, taking a guard against judgment, seeing to it that protecting oneself and seeing to it that they are not judged at all. How do they do that is either by withdrawing socially, they do not mingle with people, they do not talk to people, they maintain a kind of social isolation. They do not exchange their ideas, or they do not engage in a discussion with anybody, a kind of social withdrawal. So when we are not meeting with people, when we are not talking to people, there is no question of being judged. So that is a kind of guard, a protection that rejection sensitive people are uh, giving for themselves. Also, they also guard against judgment by being extra attentive, or by displaying extremely high levels of care and concern for others, by being so very accommodating to others, in a way by being a very heavy people pleasers. So they are doing all this, either they are socially being withdrawn, or they are being people pleasers, or being showing extra care for others and all. They are doing it as a guard, that is their guard for against the judgment or against the rejection from others. That is one way or one sign, important sign that one may be rejection sensitive. And responding with "it does not bother me" attitude, or they pretend that others comments or others rejections, others negative outlook doesn't bother them, as if they don't care. They just wear on that mask. They try to cover up their rejection sensitivity, their insecurities behind that mask of, being this, "it doesn't bother me," or they show that attitude. Okay, but actual fear behind that attitude is rejection fear for rejection, or that rejection sensitivity. Instead, what they try to act like or pretend like is as if they are numb to others' rejection or others, whatever, "I don't care what you think," that kind of an attitude. But actual fear that is hidden behind that attitude is that rejection, that fear of rejection, or that fear of being rejected. Okay, next, being independent and self-sufficient. Okay, that is actually good, it sounds good, but when it is genuine, it is good. When you are confident and independent, when you are self-sufficient, when you can do things for yourself, that is always good. But when you are trying to hide behind those feelings, or when you are trying to hide behind that attitude, okay, that is again not so positive. Okay, actually people who hide behind such fake identity or fake characteristics, they are emotionally very lonely. Either maybe they know it or not, nobody knows, but they feel very lonely, very isolated inside, from within. And those are the exact feelings that can lead to psychological problems like depression. Okay, here one thing I would like to add is, rejection, actually you can take it as an opportunity to grow. Okay, if you take that actual criticism or actual rejection in a constructive way, you have an ample opportunity to grow, to improve yourself. Instead of hiding behind a mask, you can take it in a positive way, and you can you can never be immune to rejection. We are all human beings, we all have that feelings, but you have to develop this kind of outlook that you can, if you start looking at rejection, or if you start looking at negative comments or criticism as opportunities to grow, that will create wonders for you. Okay, thank you.